Hello everybody, Pinstripe here, welcome back to the Hogs of War League. I'm here with Herpderp versus Crumble in week 4, and Herpderp is going for a Paratrooper, Grenadier, Sapper, Heavy Weapons, and another Sapper. First map is going to be Island Hopper, then we move on to Pig in Hell, and finally, if it does come to a third game, it will of course be Ice Flow. Meanwhile, Crumble seems to be going with his regular setup of 3 Paratroopers, a scout, and an orderly. So it is everything to play for in this one. Herpderp looking for his second win, and well, Crumble is looking to get his first win. He's currently lost all 3 matches so far, but in week 4 he has everything to play for. And it is Herpderp to begin, and immediately starts by parachuting to the island, picking up the 100 health crate, and he's going to remain in the center part of the island, which is a risky strategy. Takes too much time though, does pick up the rocket launchers, but his bazooka shot was not clean enough to make it. So it looks like Crumble is going to retaliate in the same way, looking to drop the jetpack down onto Herpderp's player, but he remains in the middle. He's only got 10 seconds left, so he needs to speed things up a little bit, but he should have enough time to at least scoop him into the water, which, no, goes for the machine gun shot, which will push him back, but he drops down, has 200 health, slowly deteriorating. He should make it comfortably, but there are mines there, so it could be a kill. The mine drops and he lives, which is kind of handy for the paratrooper, as he can immediately move from the danger zone with his jetpack. But do bear in mind, if you are caught in a minefield and you move left or right, you are more likely to detonate a mine that way. So the less movement the better. But Herpderp drawing up the high explosive grenade with his grenadier, and immediately that is going to be the end of the paratrooper. Even if he makes it back, yeah, the mine will do justice, and the kill is there for the taking. No damage there from the splash either, as the bridge kind of absorbs the splash damage. And now Crumble, oh, jumps into the mine there. It's going to cost him a turn, and indeed even more health, as his paratrooper drops down to 84 health. So a little bit of a wasted turn there, but Herpderp playing comfortably. Got all the health in the world with his Sapper. Jumps onto the island, and well, you know what it's going to be. Good old TNT. But where does Herpderp go from here? He needs to make an escape, and thankfully for him, the island is there, but does he take damage? 20, that's not going to matter too much though if he can get the kill on the orderly. Which, well, let's be honest, it might be game over here for the orderly. Can he make it back? Will he make it? No. Almost. But he perishes into the drink, so it's now 5v3. And it's down to Jim the Scout. So the paratrooper from earlier down to 126 health. But Jim looking to push him into the water with a shot here with the sniper rifle. Doesn't detonate any mines though, and it's back to the heavy weapons. But it's very much Herpderp in control of this one. And he's probably going to look to push him in some way. Plays it safe with the bazooka. If he can just make contact with the land here, it will be enough to nudge him far away. And if that isn't another kill, I will be surprised. Yes, the paratrooper will go down once again, and this is going down in history at the moment as perhaps the fastest match in the league, and indeed on Island Hopper. It's now 5v2 as Crumble is very much in control. Sorry, Herpderp is very much in control. Crumble is on the center part of the island again, a dangerous place to be, because if you fall off, it's, well, guaranteed to be a kill. But he gets the full amount of damage on the Sapper. Can the mine do him justice? Yes, it can. So it could be another kill going down. No, the mine drops, and he lives with 70 health in total. So of course sappers can see the mines, so Herpderp doesn't need to worry too much about what is going down. He's thinking about his paratrooper's position here. Might not want to damage him too much, but opts for going for the guy in the center of the map. If he can get just enough knockback here, which he doesn't, overshoots it. That'll cost him a little bit, but it's back to Jim, who will probably continue to shooty with his snippety old sniper rifle, or maybe go for a melee. Who knows? Who knows? He does have the knife, which has a decent amount of knockback. Again, in combination with the mines, could be golden. But instead he's going to pick up some mines. And make his way over to a completely different target. But he jumps in the water, and that again is going to cost him. That is unfortunate considering his pig's position. Sometimes the pigs will jump forward. That's due to the collision on the ground. And well, I'm sure Herpderp is looking to capitalize on this as soon as possible with the rocket launcher. Can he get just enough to nudge him into the water? Just need to clip his head. Oh, overshoots it. Sometimes if you aim for the right side there from that angle, the pig will sort of play that scared animation. And, well, he manages to dodge the rocket that was coming straight for his face. So Crumble still in the center here. Whoa! Manages to ricochet the shell off the mine. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So Crumble a little unsure. But Herpderp is going to throw this high explosive grenade. He was a little taken back by what just happened, as the bridge is destroyed and the scout goes inside part of the bridge there. Could have got stuck, thankfully he didn't. And it is back to Jim, the scout, once again. Probably going to look to plant a mine. Could get a kill here if the mines are favourable, both in terms of the one he's positioning and if the pig manages to swim back again. He's going to look to probably shoot him in the back of the head here. Get some extra damage, which he does. And the mine should be enough to get the kill, as he has to turn around and face where he's swimming. The mine detonates and the sapper is toast. So it wasn't a clean sweep for Herpderp. He has lost a pig. It is now 4v2. But he's going to be looking to clean things up as soon as possible. I don't think he wants a repeat of Caster's game, where Caster, against all odds, managed to beat Iron Fox with that insane cluster bomb shot. But Herpderp looking to bounce it up the top here. Oh, hits the tree. That is unlucky. That's a good strategy, trying to bounce it up the island. But the tree just getting in the way, and Crumble again still stood here in the middle. I did say it is a dangerous position to be, if not the most dangerous position to be, but he's living it comfortable and getting the full damage, and the gunner decides to swim for the furthest island away from him rather than the island closest to him, and that is going to be another kill. So do I smell a comeback on the cards, as Herpderp, his paratrooper's down to 38. His other team members aren't so good in terms of health, or at least they won't be if this keeps happening. But Herpderp going for the fullest amount of height there, looking to knock him into the water. I don't think it was very viable in the end, but he will have enough time. If he can... he manages to bump his head. He's losing time here. He needs to scoop him. 3 seconds to go. But he whiffs it. Little bit of nerves coming through here for Herpderp. He was cruising at the start of this game. But you can really see Crumble just keeping his cool, taking his time, getting his shots away where he needs to, and dealing the damage where necessary. But the Grenadier on Herpderp's team, still on full health, still the most dangerous class on the map currently. But I think he's going to look to take down the enemy scout, I think. So long as he can bounce this along. He is only on like 32 health, so it will be enough. Regardless of the direction he knocks him in. Should be enough damage. Needs to play it cool. And gets the kill. Decisive in the end. As Herpderp remains composed. But this will most likely be another kill here. As all Crumble really needs to do is scoop him in the water. But instead, he is playing the body block game, I think. As if Herpderp decides to shoot the island, he will end up perishing. But look at that shot from Crumble. That is going to be another kill. The Sapper is toast. And we have a game on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Island Hopper proving to be a very, very tricky map. But it is back to Herpderp here. Back to his paratrooper. And he's going to look to, well, finish things off. Doesn't really care about killing his own player. He just wants to knock Crumble into the water. Got to be careful of the airship as well there. But I think that will be... No! He makes it to the island. And, well, Herpderp's sacrifice was unfortunately in vain in the end. And again, he's going to look to take that central position on the center of the island. He wants to be king of the hill. And he could win this here. Very, very unexpected from Crumble. Managing to hold his own and get these angled shots perfectly. Can he do it again? Can he bounce it over? No! Undershoots it. And it's back to Herpderp with the Grenadier, who is lacking just a little bit in terms of range. They are very powerful, but he needs to get close enough to the island to throw his grenades. And at the moment, his position isn't very favourable. So you can see it is a little bit too far away. He needs to move in a bit closer, but he's going to look to do the whole ricochet bounce up the side again. Bearing in mind the paratrooper is on 80 health. He gets it, and does he fall in? He doesn't. So he's now down to 20 health. But look at the look at the Grenadier here. Will it be enough knockback for Crumble? No, it bounces over, overshoots it. So all Herpderp has to do is, well, the same thing once again. Rinse and repeat. And paratrooper is going to be toast. So long as he detonates it in the right way, will it be favourable? It will. The full 60 damage. Still doesn't fall off. And boy oh boy, what a first round here as it goes to Herpderp. So we're going to move on to Pig in Hell. Will more crazy things happen? Stay tuned. So next up we have Pig in Hell into round 2. And Herpderp looking to make some changes to his lineup. Sticking with the Paratrooper and the Grenadier and the Sapper. But switching heavy weapons to another Sapper. So 3 Sappers potentially on the cards here. He's going for those TNTs. Pig in Hell, of course, has the very large circular bit of water. But he switches his paratrooper out. Sorry, he switches his Sapper out for a paratrooper. Meanwhile, Crumble is going to switch his first paratrooper to an orderly. His other paratrooper to a Sapper. Sapper, Sapper, Sapper. And a Sapper. So he's going all out offensive here with the single healing option of the orderly and the 4 Sappers, giving himself as much health as possible. So looking for Herpderp to have his work cut out in terms of trying to whittle down his health as much as humanly possible. So this time it is Crumble to go first, starting with his orderly. And as you can see, he is weighing up his options. Who will he tranquilize first? I don't see it as a strong tactic to have your orderly going first when you have an entire team of Sappers. Primarily because you're putting your orderly out there in danger. Yes, you gain an extra turn, but in the long run, if Herpderp decides to change his mind... Look, he didn't even position the orderly close to the enemy, which means there's not really much body blocking going on, which means that Herpderp can continue on, doesn't have to worry about the orderly too much. And he's very much going on the offensive here. Needs to get the sapper's health down as much as possible. I feel like this is going to be a fairly long second round. Pig in Hell usually plays out quite long, but ooh, overshooting that just a little bit, taking up too much time. He's got 3 seconds to do something, but I don't think it's going to be enough as he goes for the machine gun, but runs out of time in the end. So Crumble just immediately looking for, I think, the Grenadier. Herpderp not going with an orderly, so the Grenadier is the most important, but Crumble there taking too much time and standing far too close to the TNT. And that will be costly in the long run. 38 health damage there, and I think Herpderp can kind of repay the favor here if he does a decent cluster bomb shot. He will nudge his health down to at least 30, depending on the accuracy of this shot. Can he get all the damage? Yes, he can. So immediately, Herpderp nudging Crumble's health down to 27. So there could be an early kill on the cards already. And I think that's the primary issue with the sapper. Yes, you have TNT, but you have a ton of health. You have the same amount of health as the hero and the ace in single player. And this is really where Pig in Hell is a little bit arbitrary, a little bit linear, because there's not much in terms of the environment. You just have to find a pig, run up to him, and deal damage, very close quarters damage as well, which is why the sapper is so effective here. So again, it is a battle of TNTs. I think he's going to go for the other sapper rather than the one that is on low health. He'll probably save him for later, but like I said, he has a lot of health to get through. He's going to look to knock him towards the other sapper, and again try and utilize their position being close together to later on get the kill and deal more damage to the other sapper. So a good shot there with the TNT. He'll be looking to either throw or plant or shoot something in between them to deal double damage. But there isn't much to say about Crumble's tactics here, as he's already used 2 TNTs and he is going to get the first kill on the Grenadier. But the issue I think that we might face in the league at the moment is having restrictions on other classes. Now I mean that in terms of numbers, not in terms of their abilities and what they can do. I think the sapper needs to be reduced to a maximum of 2 per team. Similar to... well, that's not similar to anybody because there's no other restrictions on any other classes, but that's one of the areas I'm looking at the moment, because otherwise gameplay is just this. It is an effective strategy, but there needs to be restrictions put in place. It was something I was thinking of doing at the beginning of the league, but I just thought, you know what, we'll see how things go. We'll see how things pan out. But yeah, I think it's something that will be introduced into Season 2, as sappers are very powerful, TNTs are good, but they need to be limited, and I think teams need to be looking at all the other classes and not relying solely on the sapper. But look at the damage coming here. Damages all 3 and himself. Does he have enough to get the kill? He does. So it's now 4v4 and everybody's just clumped up in this area. Crumble will be looking to heal as his medic orderly man is able to do so. But his pigs are extremely close together, and that is really where Herpderp will be looking to deal some thick damage with his classes. But again, out comes the Tranquilizer as expected. He's a little bit undecisive about which pig he wants to shoot, but he does get his shot away. So that sapper is now down to 80 health. But Herpderp could do a lot of damage here. Looking to go the shortcut route, that's going to cost him some time. But I think he's going to take it easy and instead just go for the simple shot, which will be right where he wants it to be. But that does push the pigs further away. The sapper's down to 30 health now. And you can see the distribution of pigs as well. Got a little bit of body blocking going on. But TNTs are once again the order of the day. So just making sure he gets his shot angled where he needs it to be. And that will nudge his health down to 80. Gets him onto the top part of the map. Herpderp missing a turn as well after that trank shot. And it's back to the other sapper. He's got his eyes set on the sapper over here. Needs to make sure he doesn't damage his own pig in the process. But I think his pig is just far enough away to ensure no damage comes to him. So he's now going to be down to 30. Takes 100 damage. Ooh, almost 100 damage. 99 damage in total. So he's down to 31. But there should be a potential kill on the cards here. Herpderp weighing up his options. Maybe looking to get some extra damage on the other sapper. I'm not sure if that will be enough. But he does damage him by 1. And that will be another kill. And yes, I think he did get a little bit of damage on the other sapper as well. So a good use of the TNT there. Splitting it in between both of the pigs. And by doing so, he's managed to body block the other sapper as well. And Crumble needs to be wary of the paratrooper that is lurking behind the mountains. And he needs to be wary of his own position too, making sure he doesn't end up next to his own pigs as he decides to run away. And that pig will be down to 30 health as well, so things are still very close between these two. It's back to the paratrooper, who still has 2 jetpacks. I think he's going to immediately look to damage the orderly here. But again, still keeping track of time. If you're going to do the combo with the jetpack damage, you need to be focusing on how much time you have at all costs. And I think Herpderp has done that quite well here. So long as he gets enough time to launch this, doesn't want to damage his own pig. He damages himself, thankfully not his other teammate. As the orderly now down to 44. But the paratrooper is at 109 and the other sapper at 31. So the healing coming out again, looking to boost him up to 112. But what does he do here? Because again, don't forget, paratrooper is lurking in the corner of the map. But he looks to get the trank, which will nudge him down to 11. And this is really where Herpderp not having an orderly to solve this issue is coming into play. But again, he could get a kill on the orderly if he looks to do the combo again with the jetpack, which I think is going to be on the cards. Just needs to get his health down to 24. And then he can finish things off with a cattle prod. Potentially looking to maybe kill his own player here, who's, you know, already low on health. But he will damage his own pig here, yes. 7 damage, 9 on the enemy. And his pig's now down to 4 health. So Crumble got his work cut out for him a little bit here. It's 4v2. But he's looking to reduce that number by 1. Changing his mind. Switching it to the shrapnel. Again, a little bit undecisive. Indecisive, I should say. Finally going for the shrapnel. Can he do enough? Yes, he can. But he damages himself in the process. And small amounts of damage like that can be very costly in the long run. But nevertheless, Herpderp missing a turn. And it could be 2v2 here. So long as he manages to get at least 1 kill. But that should be fairly easy from this position. But look at the position between the paratrooper and the sapper here. He's going to look to jump on his head. But really he should be planting a TNT in between them both. Because this is going to take too much time to jump on his head 4 times. And yeah, that should be enough to kill the enemy sapper. So things still very close. And he does go for the body block as well after that turn. So eventually a good use of the TNT in combination with the body block gets the other kill. And again, this is coming down to the wire here. As the paratrooper is out of jetpacks. And Crumble has the advantage when it comes to health, but body blocking the enemy sapper or changing his position. That is surprising. But he's going to try and nudge his health down to 81, which he does. A direct hit there with the bazooka. So 83 and 81 versus, well, 80 and I believe his other pig is still on 100 and something. I think. I don't know. I am paying attention, I promise. But the TNT coming out once again. He will still have a turn. He will still be alive. So it's all about what he does here with his final jetpack, should he have any. He does, he has 1 left. So how is he going to distribute this? It's all about the maths. It's all about who's going to come first. Whoa! And that jetpack there, he was positioned too close to the pig. The pig manages to basically nudge him out the way. And yeah, that's going to cost Herpderp again. He goes for the damage here. Gets it, but damages his own pig as well. That's going to be very costly. Jim's down to 43 health. The paratrooper's down to 95. But does he? He's all out of TNTs. It's really coming down to the wire here, but he could get the kill. And make it 2 versus 1. And I mean, the paratrooper without jetpacks. And only with a bazooka is going to be a testing time for Herpderp. But doesn't get the kill. That's also going to cost him as well. And if Herpderp moves, you will see the position of his pigs are very close together, or at least fairly close together. So again, double damage is incoming. And at the moment, it is too close to call. Jim down to 8. The other sapper down to 57. Herpderp has the health advantage. And it all came down to Crumble not getting the kill on the sapper. He does have 1 TNT remaining. But if he uses it, he will damage his own pig. So instead he decides to... He is going to use it. This could be costly. But it will move Herpderp's health down to 45. And his own pig's health loses 25. He's down to 32 now. And the paratrooper, well, yeah, he needs to go for the scoop, looking to scoop him towards his own teammate and get the extra damage. I don't think it'll be enough from there, but I don't know. Knockback is a strange thing. Oh, bounces it. He might get a little bit here. 9 damage, and well, it's close to call, but I think Herpderp might have this one in the bag unless things go crazy, because the paratroopers between them have 50 health. Crumble has 23, and he is going to run away as quickly as possible. Runs for the hills. And this has been a very, very close game between these two. But he's refusing to deal any damage. Runs out of... Oh, almost runs out of time. Does get his shot away, but it is nowhere to be seen. And all Crumble has to do is hit him with his cattle prod, which is what he's going to do to finish things off. Maybe not. He's going to go for the bazooka. He's going to go for the kamikaze finish. Of course he is. In style. Which means that Herpderp is going to take this victory 2-0 as he wins this match. So Herpderp is now 2 for 2 this season. Crumble 0 for 4, 4 losses, but Crumble has played pretty damn well in this game. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know your thoughts on this match in the comments, and we will catch you later for the next one.